Hey chat, how are you? Sigh. So, Carolyn took Lennox to Arden Fair Mall to purchase some clothes. Then went straight to Zoomies. Wow, it's like he's a skater in the 90s. He bought two pairs of pants, three t-shirts, and a hoodie for a cool $220. Really? All that stuff? On Temu, 16 bucks. But while they were out and about, I made myself a honey-do list. So here's what I done did. First off, I dusted Carolyn's car's dashboard, including the instrument panels. We have one of those cloth dusters that you dust whatever you need to dust and then throw it in the washer, and it's all fine and dandy. So I went downstairs and I did all of her dashboard, all of her instrument panels, her steering wheel, even the little center console area, the AC, the radio, blah, blah, blah. I did it all by myself. It was quick, but I've been meaning to do it for a month. So I finally got around to that. Our baseboards. I've been wanting to clean these for a few months now, and didn't quite. Well, I'm on my hands and knees like a dog, like a Frankie, crawling around, and it can take a lot out of you as an older gentleman such as myself. So finally had at it. I brought a little Walmart grocery bag just for trash and some Mr. Clean magic erasers and some Clorox wipes. And so I'm scrubbing with the magic eraser. That's what I thought would set me free and make the task not so terrible, but they suck. Mr. Clean sucks. Those magic erasers, which I was here 20-ish years ago when they first debuted on the cleaning market. And I always thought, wow, they must be amazing. So I start scrubbing. Well, first you need to get it under some water, soak it with water, and then squeeze it out a few times so it's dry, but wet, moist, if you will. So I'm on my hands and knees like a dog, like a cat, and I'm scrubbing on the baseboards, and immediately the Mr. Clean magic erasers start falling apart. Like they start disintegrating into little Mr. Clean balls. Mr. Clean's magic eraser balls. And so some I'm picking up, some are just hard to see. So I got to vacuum wherever I dust. But they work. They, for the most part, get stains off our white baseboards. But like they're so frail and dainty and not durable and just not dependable. So I decided to tackle the living room baseboards first, and by the end of the living room baseboards, which maybe 20 feet of baseboards total, the Mr. Clean magic eraser was gone in the blink of an eye. And I was like, well, this is a fine product you put out. Senor Clean, Senor Limpio. Never trust a bald man who wears an earring. Yeah, those things suck. But on the other hand, they work. So I guess I have to deal with it. Next baseboards I'm going to tackle are in the dining room. And then I think I'm done. Because our bedroom, Luna's bedroom, Lennox's loft, whatever. Who cares? Too much work, not enough payoff. But they are nice, I guess. I mean, they're nicer, the baseboards, speaking. I vacuumed the garage. We had many leaves. We hadn't done a clean out since last year, pre-autumn, pre-fall. So, and there weren't a ton of leaves, but I got a extension cord and our vacuum that we keep down there because it's mainly the garage vacuum, and the garage is dirty and musty and disgusting. So I just went to town, vacuumed up hecka leaves, hecka spider webs, hecka spiders, hecka bugs, all along the sides and the edges. Did some sweeping down there also for the leaves. But the worst part was emptying the vacuum into our garbage can when it's just all dust and leaves. So you hit the little button so the bottom drops out and all the contents fall out. And it's just, nasty, nasty. I feel like I'm working in a mine. Gosh dang it, I messed it up. Our washing machine, the lining, the seal, the big rubber thing, we have the front facing. Pain in the butt to clean those things, but they're disgusting. We're talking mold, mildew, hair, nasty. So you do the best you can. You can remove them, and I watched a few YouTubes of people removing them so you can clean them thoroughly, but I was like, I ain't doing all that. So just grabbing a couple Clorox wipes and scrubbing and wiping furiously. What comes out of there is nasty. It's like, wow, I wash my clothes in this nastiness, but I tried my best, and I lived to tell the tale. Carolyn's windshield wipers. So she goes to Meineke for oil change. Typical Meineke. They send you back a report saying your car needs this, and $2,300 later, it needs all this to be the best 2012 Kia Sorento it can be. That's like street value. That's like Kelley Blue Book. I know my Kelley Blue Book is $3,500-ish. So hers has got to be around there. But they wanted $2,300 for everything to make it brand new and sparkling clean. But one thing on there was replace windshield wipers. And I thought, I could do that. I'm going to try that. So I wanted to mess with my wipers first. Couldn't remove the wipers. I was like, okay, well, maybe Carolyn's are easier. And I watched a few YouTubes to help me out. And so I go to her car. And it's not like the YouTubes. They have like a big switch or little thing that you open, a lock, if you will, that you just press open and then yank off the wiper blade. But she and I, we both have these little nipples, like the cursor on the Idea ThinkPad, just the little eraser in the middle. It's just like this skinny little stick. And so I was fussing with it, messing with it, and I was like, well, I don't want to break anything. So I go back to the YouTube, and upon further research, the metal thing that connects to the car that holds the windshield wiper blade is a hook. So essentially, you just need to remove the wiper from the hook. And once you get that architecture down, once you get that concept down, removing the windshield wipers is fine and easy. I got them on Amazon for $20, and installation, well, a few strike one, strike two, a few misses, but when I found it out, when I figured it out, took maybe a minute, including the back wiper blade, which is easier. You just yank it out and then push the new one back in. But so driver's side, passenger side, and back windshield wiper, $20 on Amazon, free labor, aka me, whereas frickin' Meineke wanted $73 for that, and they were probably using just the exact wiper blades I'm using, and the labor is about a minute. So I was like, get the hell. So I saved my woman $53. Yeah. By the way, fun fact, the passenger side windshield wiper, the driver's side windshield wiper is longer than the passenger side to give the driver the most clear and consistent view when driving in the rain. I cleaned the light switch. It had some black smudges on it. Not sure where it came from, but who plays basketball often in front of Lincoln Wynn's house on the street. Who does that? Who does that? I don't know. I'm currently investigating. It's a interior matter, internal affairs, if you will. But when I find out who's at fault, it's their ass. Their ass is a lawnmower, and I'm the grass. I flubbed that. I changed out the front porch light, which may be HOA's deal, maybe not. But the first night I noticed it, and by night I mean 5 a.m. ish when I'm getting up and making my coffee and reading my RSS feeds and taking out trash and stuff like that. I noticed the light was out on the first night, and then the second night, morning, I just decided to switch it out because HOA is responsible for the outside, but I think immediately in front of our front door, the little porch area, I believe that's our responsibility. Whatever. We have a bunch of light bulbs that have been sitting around for years, and so I used other stuff happening in my life. So my friend's cousin, my friend from high school, Arnold, who I miss and love and adore every single day, his cousin, who I'm cool with, we were chums back in the day. She's a gal, nice gal. I follow her on Insta to maintain the completely vapid and empty friendship / relationship on into infinity and till one of us die. But she went to Chicago recently. That's actually where Arnold and his family is from. And she went to Chicago with her current husband, and that's fine. But the number of Instagram posts she did in Chicago, about Chicago, of Chicago, at Chicago, 16 Instagram posts of Chicago, from Chicago. And each post had multiple pics. I'm talking 10 photographs, 10 pictures per post. I was like, get the hell out of here with that noise. But she's a nice gal. She's a fun person. I wish her the best. I was following Hecka, speaking of the gram, the Insta. I was following Hecka Sacramento accounts for whatever reason to keep on the know and to stay informed of all the hot events and the cool restaurants and bars and but I was like, they're in love with video. And I can't scroll past video fast enough on my regular feed. And I know why they do video, because people watch it longer and Instagram likes it, the algorithm. And when you see it on your browse page or your explore page or your For You page, you're more likely to watch a video. But I was just like, why am I following? And I don't go anywhere. I don't leave West Sac. I don't need to leave West Sac. I don't want to leave no West Sac on the weekends. Everything I need is here. Okay? But so I was like, why am I following all these Sacramento? This is the new hot spot. This is the new curry spot. This is the hottest bar. And look at all these nighttime fun events. I'm like, why am I doing this? So I unfollowed all the Sacramento Instas. And the number I was following, 50. I unfollowed 50 Sacramento Instagram accounts, and I couldn't be happier. I go to my Insta feed. I'm done with it. In like 8 seconds, I'm like, all right, time to move on with life. Ever hear of it? So someone at work brought a pizza from Costco. So there's a pizza box on a table for anyone to enjoy. And my coworker grabbed a piece, and I'm walking by him, and he is dousing the thing with ketchup. Like he has a big bottle of ketchup. It's like, and I was like, what? I've never seen that before. I was in shock and awe. And I was like, what are you doing? And he said, this doesn't concern you. Go away. Stop looking. Keep walking. Keep walking. I was like, okay, guy. But yeah, has anyone seen people eat ketchup on their pizza? Let me know down in the comments section. And it's fine. I mean, we all have different taste buds. We're all friends. We're all God's children. But that one shook me, man. Shook me for a loop. I still have nightmares over it. My other coworker, never seen a Star Wars. I made a Star Wars reference. He's like, what? And I go, huh? And I'm like, Star Wars? And he's like, oh, I've heard of those movies. And I was like, what? Another thing in regards to pop culture references, you should make them if they've had bona fide success, hits, box office, platinum records, good, high Nielsen ratings. Because my other coworker one day, he was about to make a pop culture reference, and he goes, "Do you watch Rick and Morty?" And I was like, "I've heard of it." And then you get into the whole of, well, Rick and Morty is an animated television show, and this joke is funny because of this and this. I was gonna make this reference, and da da da. Okay, I know it's a thing, but a Star Wars reference versus a Rick and Morty reference, not night and day. Not even in the same hemisphere, not in the same ballpark, not in the same galaxy. Okay, keep your references to hits. Okay. I bought a used tire, so I ran into the curb at Grocery Outlet Bargain Market, and it took a chunk out of my tire, and I could see the tread, like the strings inside my tire. So I was like, oh, here goes $170 to Les Schwab, or as Carolyn calls it, Les Schwab. But I thought, we drive by this tire place all the time on Jefferson Boulevard in West Sacramento. Told you I never need to leave. And I've looked them up before just out of curiosity, and they have heck of good Yelp reviews, heck of good Google reviews. So I was like, let me go check them out and see what the crack is. So I go over there, and I'm like, check out this chunk of tire missing from my tire. He's like, okay. I could do 4 new ones for $420, which is a screaming good deal. And I was like, how about just for the used tire? And he's like, well, okay, 110. And I was like, And then he's like, you want a used tire for $60? And I was like, sure. Say less, sir. And they have a big sign that says, there is no guaranteed with used tires. And I pointed it out to him, and he said, I can guarantee that it's here, that it's right here, and I'm going to put it on your car. And I was like, bet, bro. $60. By the way, $60 out the door. So that's 55-ish, normal price. And I could have talked him down to 50 or 40, but I'm sure the margins are small on used tires, and save $5-10, I guess. And they're a small place, okay? Support mom and pop tire stores. Microsoft Teams. So I needed to reach out to a coworker who I never met actually in real life, and I don't know, but I needed them for something because we were going to meet for something. So I hit them up on Teams, start chatting, type in clickety clack, and Teams to me is very informal. You're just chatting. You're on AOL Instant Messenger chatting with Smarter Child. So I don't mess with punctuation. Get out of here with capital letters. It's very casual. We're chilling at the brewery. We're hanging. We're BSing at the bar, man. So I chat to her a few things, and then she responds, but she's got capitalization going. She's got good grammar going. She's got punctuation going. And I was like, okay, simmer down now. We're on Teams. Okay, this isn't Outlook. This isn't a formal email. There's no email signature here. Let's all just calm down. I've begun opening my work emails with good morning, even if it's afternoon. Because I've received a few work emails that begin with good morning. It puts you in a good mood, even if it's in the afternoon, 2, 3 in the afternoon. But you see good morning, you're like, yeah, Yeah, it was a good morning. I like this person's sunny optimism. So I've started beginning emails with good morning instead of hi with the exclamation point or hello. Good morning. Love it. Do it. I bought some mouthwash, kids mouthwash, because I like the smaller bottle. I have a small vanity. Carolyn has tons of room on her bathroom vanity sink area, but I have a small compact area. So I buy the kids toothpaste and mouthwash, just because it takes up less room on my sink, and so it just makes sense in my tiny bathroom. Oh, it's like tiny homes, tiny bathrooms. But I bought some Hot Wheels.
And
I purchased some Hot Wheels mouthwash at Dollar Tree because it's in a small bottle and because it's kids mouthwash. It's alcohol free. Not a fan. I need alcohol. I need some booze in my mouthwash. Okay? I'm talking about I like it when it burns after I floss and I brush with my firm toothbrush. I get in there with some alcohol mouthwash. It's like sizzling. It's sizzling away. That's how I know it's working and my oral hygiene is top notch. I'm actually going to see Dr. Chan on Friday. So Lennox got a $50 gift card to Amazon, but he doesn't have an Amazon account. So we just threw it on my account because I buy stuff for him and just our house and our family in general. So I needed to pay him back, so I gave him $60, 3 20s in cold hard cash. And so he wasn't home, but I grabbed his wallet from his loft to put the $60 in cash in his wallet. And he had some cash. He had some moolah in there. And I pulled it out just to count how much he had. It was $35. But all the bills were facing the same way. Like they were all right side up instead of upside down or backwards. It's a proper way to keep your wallet, young man. I taught you well. My mom is still all in. It's Grandma Tien Corner. My mom is still all in on NVIDIA. She says the DeepSeek is a bunch of malarkey and hogwash. So she's strong by still on NVIDIA. HOA. So my parents, they're older. My mom, my stepdad, they're an older bunch. So they let their yard, they don't neglect it, but it doesn't get as much attention and care as someone with no life or is really into gardening gets. So they got a letter from their HOA saying, you better step up or else. And I was like, dude, my parents are old. Give them a freaking break. But so my mom is looking into artificial grass or where you have like sand and rocks and you do like a desert theme or whatever. So that's what's happening with Grandma Tien. One more Grandma Tien point is that she has a tip for you young folk out there to take care of your glutes, squat, and pelvis, then you will never have lower back problems. Aww, I like it. Physical fun fact with Grandma Tien. So as far as what I'm watching, I'm all in on Mythic Quest. It's sort of like a workplace comedy, office DNA-ish in there. But it takes place at a modern video game company. But it's fun and it stars that guy from the handsome buff guy. Well, he just recently got buff from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, which I've never watched. But it's a good satire, parody on video game and current social mores and whatnot. But it's funny, it's good, it's entertaining. There's hecka seasons. Frankie just cried about something. There's hecka seasons. There's hecka episodes. It's not Girls Five Eva, but it's a good time. and I'm going to keep watching it. And I also watched Shifting Gears. This is Tim Allen's third attempt of a sitcom on ABC after that one, Home Improvement, and that other one, Man of the House, or whatever it was called.
And oop.
Last Man Standing. Him and ABC and Disney, oh, they're in it for the long haul. Shifting Gears, he's a auto repair mechanic guy. He manages a garage, and of course he has the family dynamic. It's fine. Also stars Kat Dennings. Stifler is in it. Yeah, Stifler. I expected great things from that young man. He was beloved in the American Pie franchise, and then he did that movie, The Rock. I'm sorry, The Rundown with The Rock, which I thought was entertaining. Good-looking kid, but he went on to, well, he's on a mid-tier sitcom on linear broadcast television on ABC featuring Tim Allen. It's fine. I watched one episode. I won't watch a second. My time is too dang precious. Well, I think I'm done. Okay, take care. Brush your hair. Peace out. See ya.